Welcome to Bentley Video Tutorial Module 2, Add a Car. To add a vehicle to the Modix Bentley platform, we can use the Add Vehicle login either from the dashboard or from the inventory. Once selected, we're prompted to add the 17-digit VIN into the system and then check data. This system now goes off and brings back the relevant factory information held for this particular vehicle. Once returned, we'll receive the Continue button. In the event of the vehicle already being on your system, you'll receive a notification here that it's a duplicate record and therefore it will stop you from adding the vehicle again. So click Continue and we come through to the main data area. You'll notice there are various warnings at the top here advising on errors or omissions. As we go through the system, they'll remove as we add the data. So the first thing to notice is here the opportunity to add an internal ID. This may be your stock number or other relevant, and perhaps in the UK you'd use this to add a registration number. So for the purpose of this, we'll add the Bentley registration WO1. So as we move down now into the vehicle information, you'll notice that there are fields highlighted in pink which require data. So for this particular vehicle, a vehicle type, we can select from either a used vehicle or a demonstration car. For the purpose of this demonstration, I'll use used vehicle. If this used vehicle is a vehicle that's in pipeline, perhaps not ready yet to for a consumer to actually view, you may wish to put an availability date. The way that we would do that is just open availability date. It defaults to the month that we're in, and then you would perhaps add the availability date. For the purpose of this demonstration, I'll use the 18th, so 18th of December. We know the vehicle is finished in white, glacier white, so we just select the paint type here. So mileage, always add the accurate mileage. So for the purpose of this, we'll add 1245. As we go down, the next area to add is date of first registration. So again, by calendar, this particular example we're going to say was registered on the 1st of September. So select the month, and on selecting the day, it will pre-populate the field. The next area is just to confirm that the vehicle meets the pre-owned criteria, so select pre-owned once you're happy that it does meet the criteria. Retail price, we add the retail price. For this particular vehicle, I'll use an example price of £144,000. If that vehicle was VAT reclaimable in the UK, a VAT qualifying vehicle, we would select reclaimable and then select qualifying from the criteria on the right. So that's the first page complete. We now click Continue. This will now take us through to the factory information that's been provided on the vehicle to select what we wish to market. Now, the main data, which is main factory data, comes through and is unpromoted at this time. And it's for the user to select the specification and products that you wish to market with the vehicle. Some is pre-picked, and we can have a look here just by selecting the yes, changing from all to yes, and this will highlight the information that's already been pre-picked and pre-populated. You obviously can remove any of this that you don't wish to populate, but the main purpose here is to add to the basic description with additional items. The best way to do that is go back to all. If you're adding the vehicle for the first time, there may be many pieces of equipment that you wish to market. What I suggest you do there for ease is to use the left-hand menu and just tick the boxes that you wish to highlight. And for the purpose of the demonstration, I'll just do a few. So you may wish to highlight four-wheel drive, etc. You may wish to highlight the sports suspension. Once we've done that and you're happy that you've done them all, then we can go to the top, choose an action, which is to set as promoted. So we set as promoted, click the green icon, and you'll notice now down on the right hand side, the items I picked previously have now been changed to promoted. If you're doing this and there's just one particular piece of equipment that you wish to identify, then effectively like the brake calipers here, we can just scroll down and click the promoted. Either way, it's just the ease of which you can add additional specification to the standard promoted description. Once you're happy with your initial choice, move down and select Continue. Here, we now have general specification data, and we move down through the specification to interior equipment. It's here in interior equipment that we will add the trim material. It may be that the material is leather, Alcantara, etc. We just free type exactly what you wish to use in there. If there is any additional interior fitments that you would like to highlight, we can add them here. Once we've done that, click through to continue, and we'll move through to adding images. Now, images can be added while you're actually adding the vehicle or at a later date. For the purpose of this tutorial, we'll add some images now. Now, with regards to images, you can add up to 99 images to the system, and they'll all be displayed through onto the platform. A word of note, however, if you are sending data and images to third-party portals, then the limit of images displayed may be provided or restricted by that portal. So to add images, click Add Images. If you've got images in your computer or off the camera, just open the file, grab some images and upload. You'll notice now all the images are here on the right hand side, descriptions of them as taken from the camera, and then we just upload. Now you'll notice the speed at which the images are uploading here when they go to 100%. At this point, we just upload the images in their raw data straight off the camera. We don't need to pre-pick them or pre-order them. All the images come through into the system. Once they've landed, we can now very, very simply move them around into an order that we'd wish to display. So for example, if I'd like the front 3/4 image to be the first image that's seen, I just hover over it, left click on my mouse and move it up into that spot, and then they will appear there. So just to do a couple more, if we wanted the interior trim to be second and perhaps the 3/4 to be third, we'd do that. Front shot fourth. If you notice when I move the image, I'll move the wheel now, you'll notice that it hovers over and a green line appears. That just says effectively that it's in the right place. If I now release the mouse, you'll see the wheel drops in. Once you're happy with the order, just move through to continue. This is now where the description for the vehicle is held, and you can see we've got all the description here marketing that vehicle. If there's anything that you wanted to add to the description, something unique about the vehicle or something that you wanted to say about the vehicle, you can do that by adding your cursor into this area here, description. Once you've added the cursor, you can type the description that you want. It's really important to ensure, obviously, that your description is spelt correctly and the correct use of description. Once you're happy with that, click through to continue. The data record has now been checked and saved in the system. It's here where you will now publish the vehicle. It's really important to ensure that you select Manufacturer Portal to push it through to your dealer website. And once you're happy with your selection, click Online. Once you've done that and we go to continue, the vehicle has now been published successfully. You'll note across the top the banner here, vehicle's been created successfully, and it's now in our inventory. Thank you very much indeed for your time.